As a Korean preschooler growing up in Brazil, who dreamt of having dinner in New York and breakfast in Paris, what career would you choose? In my childish mind, of course, it was to be a lawyer. At least, that's the story my mother tells. During my high school years, I came to the United States as a parachute kid, meaning a foreign exchange student, but your parents set up an entire household for your benefit, except the parents are not present. I loved being a parachute kid, including everything about the American culture, which very much resonated with my rebellious nature. I played a lot of team sports, basketball, volleyball, softball. I learned how to be an integral part of something larger than myself. The best lesson I learned is that a team is only as strong as its weakest member, and that it should be everyone's goal to help the person who is the weakest in order to elevate the whole team. Being thrust into a new country without my parents being there really forced my mind to broaden very quickly. While in law school, through internships, I realized that I was more suited to be a transactional lawyer. I wanted to be part of structuring large, complex transactions that could transform the direction of a company. Although not exactly the jet-setting lifestyle I had envisioned, I do travel an incredible amount. But unfortunately, there's not much glamour associated with it. Kidding aside, however, I love what I do, and I love my law firm, Proskauer, even more. I represent financial institutions in loan transactions. At Proskauer, even though we are part of Big Law, our brand is well known for its inclusion, collaboration, and our socially conscious culture. As our 800 attorneys across the globe well know, the firm has a strong focus on its people and their lives. Words like equality, fairness, and justice mean something to us and represent our deeply held personal values. Everyone at Proskauer is committed and encouraged to dedicate time, energy, and expertise to a vast array of causes. Talking about that focus on living life for good takes me to my family. I met my husband and best friend as a freshman in college. We have 2 children. My daughter is 13 years old and in 8th grade. She's a consummate overachiever and self-described band geek. My 9-year-old son calls me the love of his life, but these days I have competition. Basketball. Both my daughter and son are incredibly sensitive and thoughtful, and seeing the world through their eyes, it's easy to understand how living for good and doing what is good is so very natural for them. In an effort to do what is good, I have been a fan of the Posse Foundation. I have also been honored to be a member of its board for many years. Posse targets high schoolers in disadvantaged areas who show exceptional interest academically or socially. In a long and arduous process, they apply, do interviews, projects, and finally, out of thousands of applicants, a very small fraction of students are selected. Counseled throughout and their university paid for, Posse helps them get into universities as a cohort, a group which serves as a team. This instant Posse meets regularly to support each other, as often the Posse scholar may be the first person in their family to attend college. When they graduate, Posse continues to help them with internships. For those of you who love working in downtown, cover your ears. I'm not going to say that I hated it there, but I do love Century City. A place to live and work is the best of both worlds. You can see continuing growth at the right pace and in the right areas. It doesn't feel forced, but rather holistic, organic. Of course, my favorite place with the kids is the Century City Mall, which I've watched evolve over the years. There are restaurants here where my husband and I used to go on dates, and now we take our children. What started as wishful thinking by a little kid has led me to where I am today. I did not walk this path alone. Many people supported me along the way, and sometimes they even carried me.